Hey, coin enthusiasts! Welcome back to Pawn Stars Coins, the place where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins that could make you a fortune. Today, we've got a thrilling story that could change your life forever. Picture this: you stumble across a coin in your collection, and just like that, it could be worth millions of dollars. Sounds impossible, right? Well, it's not. Stick with me as we reveal the secret of the 1961 no-mint mark Jefferson Nickel, a coin that might just be sitting in your drawer, waiting to be sold for a life-changing sum. But first, are you ready to discover if you've been unknowingly holding on to a small fortune? Let's dive in. Now, most of you know that coins typically have a mint mark, right? That little letter stamped on them tells us where they were made: Denver, San Francisco, Philadelphia. But in 1961, something strange happened. The Jefferson Nickel, one of the most iconic coins in American history, was minted in Philadelphia without a mint mark. No D or S, just a blank space. Now, why does this matter? Because it wasn't supposed to happen. It was an error, and in the world of rare coins, errors are gold mines. But here's the thing: very few of these 1961 no-mint mark nickels actually survived in pristine condition. Most of them were used, worn down, and lost over the decades. So, if you happen to have one in good shape, and I mean good shape, you could be holding on to something worth thousands, even millions of dollars. Can you feel the excitement yet? Stick with me because this journey is just beginning, and I'll show you exactly how to identify if you've got one. Now, let's get into the meat of it. How do you spot this rare coin? It's simple, but you have to know what you're looking for. First off, check the date on the coin, 1961, obviously. But then, flip it over to the reverse side. If there's no mint mark, you're looking at gold. The lack of a mint mark is the key. But here's where it gets interesting: only a small number of these coins were actually minted that way, and most of them were spent into oblivion. The ones that survived in good condition are incredibly rare, and that's why they can fetch such a high price on the market today. You might be wondering, okay, but how much is it really worth? Well, hang on, because that's where things get crazy. If your coin is in good condition, good, not great, you could be looking at a value of several $100s. But if it's in mint condition, with minimal wear and tear, you could be holding a coin worth thousands. And if it's a truly perfect specimen, we're talking millions. That's right, millions. And here's where you need to pay attention: there are some red flags to watch out for. There are plenty of counterfeits and misidentified coins floating around the market. You don't want to get taken advantage of, especially when we're talking about sums of money that could change your life. So, make sure you know how to authenticate your coin properly. Stay tuned because I'm going to show you how to do that in just a moment. Now, imagine this: you take your 1961 no-mint mark Jefferson Nickel to a professional grader. You're nervous, but excited. The anticipation builds as they inspect the coin. Could it really be worth millions? You've already done your research, so you know it's in good shape, but could it be a perfect specimen? What if it is? The reality is, the market for rare coins is hotter than ever. Collectors, investors, and even museums are paying big money for rare finds. The 1961 no-mint mark nickel is one of those elusive treasures that many collectors are desperately seeking. So, if you've got one in your hands, the time to sell it could be now. The demand is high, and the longer you wait, the more you risk losing out on your opportunity. But here's the kicker: there's a window of opportunity in the coin market that doesn't stay open forever. You need to act fast, get your coin appraised, and sell it at the right moment, before it's too late. Think about it: in a few months, the market could change. Coins that are worth a lot today might not hold the same value tomorrow. You want to cash in now while the iron's hot. The big question is, do you have a 1961 no-mint mark nickel? If you do, your path to a richer, more comfortable lifestyle could start today. But the only way to know is to check your collection and get it appraised by a professional. And I'm telling you, don't wait. But hey, let me ask you this: what would you do if you found out your nickel was worth millions? Drop a comment below and let me know. And, as always, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos where we uncover more rare coins that could change your life. And speaking of life-changing coins, stay tuned because in the next video, I'll be revealing another rare find that could make you seriously wealthy. You won't believe the insane value of this coin, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. So, to sum it up, check your coins, get them appraised, and act quickly if you've got a 1961 no-mint marked Jefferson nickel. This could be your ticket to financial freedom, but you've got to take action. Don't let it slip away. Remember, it's all about being smart and staying ahead of the game. Are you sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it? Imagine finding a coin in your pocket worth $1 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, what if I told you that one of the most valuable coins you can find today is the 1989 P Jefferson nickel, and it's worth up to $1 million? That's right, a single nickel worth more than your car, your house, and maybe even your entire retirement savings. Stick around because what I'm about to reveal could change your life forever. Let's start with the basics. You might have a 1989 P Jefferson nickel in your collection right now, sitting in a drawer or buried under old receipts. But what makes this coin so special? To understand the value, we need to look at the history of the coin and what sets it apart from the thousands of other nickels in circulation. The 1989 P Jefferson nickel was minted in Philadelphia, and like most coins, it was produced in large numbers. But here's where it gets interesting. The 1989 P wasn't supposed to have any major errors or rare features. So, how did it end up with a market value so high? Well, there's a small number of these nickels with significant flaws, and that's where the magic happens. Pause, let me ask you a quick question. Have you ever found a coin with a mistake on it? Maybe a weird scratch or an odd print? Those are exactly the kinds of mistakes that make certain coins incredibly valuable. A misprint, a double die, or a rare flaw could skyrocket a coin's worth into the thousands or even millions. But hold on, this isn't just about finding any coin. You need to know exactly what to look for, because not all 1989 P Jefferson nickels are created equal. In fact, most of them are worth only a few cents. But there are a select few that have something extraordinary. This is where it gets exciting, and potentially life-changing. So, what makes the 1989 P special? The rare ones have what's called a die crack or a minting error. These errors were completely unintentional, but they make the coin incredibly desirable to collectors and investors. In some cases, these nickels have been sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction, and here's where the excitement really kicks in. There have been reports of these rare 1989 P Jefferson nickels selling for a jaw-dropping $1 million price tag. That's right, a single coin could potentially set you up for life. Imagine holding on to something that could give you financial freedom. It's like finding a lottery ticket in your pocket, but instead of luck, it's knowledge that makes all the difference. Now, I know what you're thinking. How do I even know if my nickel is one of these rare gems? Well, let's dive into the key features that can make your coin stand out from the crowd. Let's take a quick pause here. Imagine this. You're sitting at home, your coin collection spread out in front of you, and you're looking for this magical nickel. You might even start thinking, what if I find the wrong coin and end up looking like a fool? Don't worry, we've all been there. But that's exactly why it's important to know what you're looking for, so you don't get stuck with a worthless coin thinking it's worth millions. Let's get serious for a moment. There are 3 key traits that will help you identify whether your 1989 P Jefferson nickel is worth anything. First, check the mint mark. The P mint mark is critical. Second, look for any signs of minting errors, like a die crack, which will appear as a noticeable line across the coin's surface. And third, inspect the coin for any wear and tear. Coins with minimal wear and well-preserved features are far more valuable. If you find one of these rare nickels in pristine condition with a die crack, you're sitting on a fortune. Now, here's the thing, finding a coin with a die crack isn't easy. In fact, it's incredibly rare. But don't worry, I'm going to show you exactly how to identify the telltale signs and tell if your coin could be worth millions. But before we dive into that, let's talk about the crazy history of coins that have sold for astronomical prices, and why the 1989 P Jefferson nickel could be the next big thing. Over the years, rare coins like the 1989 P Jefferson nickel have made headlines for selling for outrageous prices. In fact, some coins have sold for more than the average home costs in America. So, imagine what a nickel worth $1 million could do for you. It's not just a coin, it's an investment. It's financial freedom, and here's the best part: you don't have to be a professional coin collector to cash in on this. With the right knowledge, you could be holding a coin that's worth a fortune without even realizing it. But time is of the essence. The longer you wait to check your coins, the more likely someone else will scoop up that jackpot before you. Every minute counts. Before I show you exactly how to spot these valuable die cracks, one last thing: there are some other rare coins out there that could be worth even more than this 1989 P Jefferson nickel. And trust me, you're going to want to know about them. But first, let's dive into how to find this $1 million nickel, just in case it's sitting right under your nose. So, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell notification so you don't miss out on discovering which coins are worth big money. The journey to your financial freedom is only just beginning, and I'll be here every step of the way, guiding you through the world of rare coins and hidden treasures. Who knows, the next coin you find could be worth your entire retirement. Could this ordinary nickel you've been carrying around in your pocket for decades be worth a small fortune? What if I told you that a 1992 D Jefferson nickel could fetch you up to $1 million? No, this isn't some wild fantasy, it's happening right now. Stick with me as we uncover the shocking truth about one of the most valuable nickels in existence. You won't believe how much money is hidden in plain sight. Let's dive in. Now, I know what you're thinking: it's just a nickel. How could it possibly be worth that much? Well, let me ask you this: have you ever thought about how much your change could actually be worth? For most people, a nickel is a nickel, right? But for those in the know, a 1992 D Jefferson nickel has been known to fetch up to $1 million on the market. Sounds too good to be true. Trust me, you're going to want to see the details, because this coin has a secret that could change your financial future. Here's where it gets interesting. The 1992 D Mint Mark Jefferson nickel, produced by the Denver Mint, isn't your average coin. It's part of a special batch that's extremely rare and valuable, but only if it has the right characteristics. And no, it's not some vague, "oh, I think this one might be worth something" type of situation. We're talking about a specific error that makes this coin incredibly rare, and that's where the magic happens. But before you start pulling out every 1992 D nickel you can find, let me tell you this: there's more than just the year that makes this coin valuable. It's about the minting error that happened during production. In fact, if you have a coin with the right set of flaws, like a doubling of the lettering or a strong misalignment, it could skyrocket in value. Do you have one of these nickels? Keep watching, because we're about to get into the specifics. Here's the kicker: only a handful of these coins are in circulation. Most of them are lost in the shuffle of time, overlooked, or sitting in people's collections without them even realizing what they have. But if you know what to look for, you might be holding the key to a life-changing fortune. Imagine finding a coin that could fund your retirement, pay off your mortgage, or even put you on the path to living your dream lifestyle. How incredible would that be? Hold on, don't rush to grab your magnifying glass just yet. We'll go over exactly what to check for in a moment, but first, let's talk about the market value. How much could a 1992 D Jefferson nickel actually sell for? And why is there such a frenzy around these coins right now? Is it a fluke, or is this a real opportunity? Here's the big reveal. A 1992 D Jefferson nickel, in pristine condition, can easily sell for over $100,000. But the ones with that perfect minting error? They've been known to hit $500,000 or more, and on rare occasions, up to $1 million. Yes, million. And these aren't just random sales, they've been verified, authenticated, and sold through legitimate channels. People are cashing in on these coins today, and you could be next. But hold on, there's a catch. These coins aren't easy to find. You've got to know exactly what to look for, and if you're looking in the wrong places or don't recognize the signs, you could miss out. In fact, most people who have these coins don't even realize their worth until it's too late. How many people out there are walking around with hundreds of thousands of dollars in their pocket change right now? Could you be one of them? I know you're wondering, how do I find one of these nickels? And trust me, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. But first, you need to get serious about your coin collection. Start looking for those 1992 D nickels, and don't miss a single detail. A tiny mistake in the minting process could turn your small coin into a massive payday. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into the 1992 D Jefferson nickel, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. Every week, I'll be bringing you more tips and tricks on how to turn your rare coins into cash. Because, who knows? The next coin you find could change everything. Don't wait too long. These coins aren't just waiting to be found, they're being discovered by savvy collectors every day. You don't want to miss your chance. So get started now, and who knows? That nickel in your pocket could be worth more than you ever imagined. Have you ever wondered if the coins sitting in your jar or drawer are actually worth millions? You may have a rare treasure hidden right under your nose. Today, we're going to talk about a coin you probably never gave a second thought to, the 2006 P Mint Mark Jefferson nickel. But here's the twist, this coin, once considered common, could actually be worth up to $1 million. Yes, you heard that right, millions. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might just want to check your coin collection, or your piggy bank. The 2006 P Jefferson nickel was released as part of a standard issue set. Nothing particularly special about it, right? Wrong. See, while the 2006 P Mint Mark Jefferson nickel was part of a regular mintage, certain rare variations of this coin were accidentally created, and these could be worth a lot of money. Now, you're probably thinking, wait, what makes this coin so valuable? Here's where things get interesting. You see, a small number of these coins were minted with a rare error, and if you have one of these, you're sitting on a potential gold mine. But how do you even know if your nickel is one of these rare finds? Let me explain exactly what you should be looking for, and it's not as hard to spot as you might think. Now, let's get to the exciting part, what makes the 2006 P Mint Mark Jefferson nickel different from every other nickel. The key is a unique die error. It's called a double die obverse error. What does that mean? Well, the image on the front of the coin, particularly the lettering in Jefferson's portrait, is doubled. This error happens when the coin die is misaligned during the minting process, creating a slight but noticeable doubling effect. This is your jackpot, but wait, how do you know if your 2006 P nickel has this error? Here's the trick, look at the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" on the front of the coin. If you see doubling, you might have one of these rare coins. And it's not just any doubling, this error is subtle, but once you know what to look for, you'll spot it instantly. Now, I know what you're thinking. How much can this really be worth? And the truth is, you'll be shocked. Coins like these have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars on auction sites. And in some rare cases, millions. Imagine finding one of these in your pocket change. It's like striking gold, but before you get too excited, here's something to remember, not all 2006 P nickels are valuable. The ones with the error are extremely rare, and it's important to get an expert to authenticate your find before you start imagining yourself as the next millionaire. Now, I know you're on the edge of your seat. You're probably thinking, where can I find these coins? Are they still out there? The good news is, they are, and many collectors and investors are actively looking for them. So, now is the time to act. If you haven't already started digging through your coin collection, now is the time. Those 2006 P Jefferson nickels could be sitting right there, waiting for you to discover them, but here's the catch, even if you find one, it's important to act quickly. The market for rare coins is constantly changing, and prices can fluctuate. What's worth a fortune today might not be tomorrow, so timing is everything. So, here's your next step. If you think you found a rare 2006 P nickel, have it professionally graded and authenticated by a trusted coin expert. You can get it checked at places like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. Once authenticated, you'll know if you're sitting on a small fortune or a very rare piece of American history. But here's the real kicker: what if I told you that there's a way to increase the value of your rare coins even more? There's one simple trick that can boost its worth by thousands, and I'm going to share it with you in the next video. So, don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an opportunity to turn your coins into cash. I hope you've enjoyed this deep dive into the 2006 P Mint Mark Jefferson nickel and how it could change your life. Whether you're just starting your coin collection or you've been collecting for years, there's always a treasure waiting to be discovered. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And remember, the world of rare coins is full of surprises, and you could be the next to strike it big. Keep digging, keep searching, and who knows? You could be a millionaire before you know it. Imagine this: you've just stumbled upon a coin in your drawer, something that's been sitting there for years, maybe even decades. You have no idea of its value, but could this coin, this seemingly ordinary piece of change, be worth a fortune? Well, what if I told you that one small coin from 2008 could be worth up to $1 million? Yes, $1 million. That's right. Today, we're diving into one of the most mysterious and lucrative coins of recent times. A coin that could transform your financial future. Are you ready to find out if you're sitting on a goldmine? Stay with me, the journey starts now. 2008, a year that doesn't exactly scream rare coin. In fact, the 2008 Jefferson nickel is just another one of those coins that you probably toss in your change jar without a second thought. But what if I told you that some of these very nickels are worth far more than their 5-cent face value? A lot more. You're probably wondering, why would a 2008 nickel be worth anything? After all, it's a modern coin. No one expects to find a fortune in a pocket full of change, right? But here's the catch: some of these nickels, yes, only a few, are actually minted incorrectly. And these mistakes, my friends, could make you thousands, or in rare cases, millions of dollars richer. Take a look at this 2008 D Mint Mark Jefferson nickel. It's the one that has set the coin collecting world on fire. Why? Because it's not just any coin, it's one that could make your bank account explode with cash if you find the right one. Now, let's talk about why these 2008 D nickels are so valuable. Most of these coins are standard, just like the rest. But there's a rare variety, one with a double die error, that can send collectors into a frenzy. What does that mean? Well, it's when the coin was struck twice by the die during the minting process, creating a misalignment that's noticeable to the trained eye. See those doubled letters? That's the giveaway. And if you find one of these rare double die nickels, the potential payoff is huge. Some of them have sold for over $100,000. But the real jackpot? If you have a near-perfect example of this error, you're looking at millions. But here's the thing. Not every 2008 D nickel is going to make you rich. In fact, the vast majority of these coins aren't worth more than 5 cents. So, how do you know if your coin is one of the lucky few? It all comes down to the condition and the error. Finding this coin isn't going to be easy. But the rewards are worth it. If you're one of the lucky few to come across a 2008 D with that rare double die error, you could have a financial game changer on your hands. And this is where you come in. You have the chance to turn that pocket change into an extraordinary sum. The clock is ticking, and this opportunity won't last forever. Now, I know what you're thinking: how do I find one of these rare coins? How do I know if my 2008 D nickel is worth something? Well, don't go anywhere, because I'm about to share the exact steps you need to follow to find this rare nickel in your change, and what to do if you think you've got one. But before I reveal that, let me ask you this: if you did find a nickel worth $1 million, would you know what to do next? How would you sell it? Who do you turn to? That's a whole other world of questions we'll answer in just a moment. Stick with me for the next few minutes, because this is where things get interesting. I'm going to tell you how to make sure you don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. It's your turn to take action. Are you ready to cash in? Let's dive deeper into how to identify, sell, and maximize your rare coin's worth. Keep watching. But what if I told you that this rare nickel isn't the only coin you should be looking for? Could there be others worth millions? Stay tuned, because up next, we're going to uncover some even rarer coins that might be hiding in plain sight. Before we go, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any of the wealth-building coin secrets I'll be revealing in future videos. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on what's coming next. See you soon.